Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I have been obsessed lately over living alone vlogs and how much does an apartment in Japan cost. If at any point in time in this video I pronounce any words wrong, I do apologize because I do have an accent, so sometimes it interferes with my pronunciation of words and things, so I apologize in advance. So one of my favorite K-dramas of all time is called Business Proposal, and it's on Netflix. It was absolutely incredible, if I do say so myself. And it's basically about this girl that pretends to be your friend on a blind date to scare off any suitors or whatever, and things just go bad as they usually do for main characters. Anyway, so in that K-drama, their house looks similar to this apartment building that I'm trying to make. We're gonna start off by making the Genkin, and this is basically the vestibule or the entryway that pretty much acts as a transitional area between the interior of the house and the exterior. It also features a tadaki, which is the sunken area of the floor, and an agari kamachi, which is the step that you have to take to get into your apartment. So basically, you keep the outside dirt outside and the inside clean. It has a cultural significance in Japan. It's also traditional, and it emphasizes the cleanliness and respect for one's home. So this is definitely a feature that I've seen in a lot of different Asian households, but it's not in every single Asian household. It is a traditional feature though. Throughout all the apartments that I've seen, that was definitely one of the features that I fell in love with. Absolutely loved the idea of just keeping the outside and the inside clean. With all the apartments that I've seen, I did not see a raised platform in the tadaki, but for some reason I placed a platform there to put my shoes. I don't know why. And of course we have to go with the traditional toilet, and we'll come back to that in a moment. The toilets usually have heated seats, which is incredible. Some of them, not all Japanese bathrooms do have that. Some apartments are older. Look at my sim stepping over her agari kamachi. Go girl. Anyway, so over by the shoe rack, usually there's always another apartment building or apartment directly beside your apartment. So in the spirit of The Sims, I placed a window there above my shoes, but in real life, there's really rarely an occasion where you would find a window there. Usually that's the area where the shoe racks go or the shoe stands and things like that. Something that I also have mad respect for and noticed in all these studio apartments and apartment buildings in Japan, people prioritize maximize storage. Most of these apartments are super small, and they usually range like budget wise between 200 USD to 600 USD, maybe 300 to 700 CA and things like that. So most of these apartments are very compact and tiny. Some people choose to sleep on a loft if there's a loft space available. Some people choose to sleep on the floor. I added a mat in between, but in Japan, usually you have the tatami, which is a mat. It literally means filled or piled, and it's made out of rice straw and woven rush grass, also called igusa. And these mats are usually used as flooring in traditional Japanese homes. They're also sometimes mostly the defining feature of the traditional washitsu. And this is a Japanese styled room. Now, I used the bunk bed situation here to maximize space because this is The Sims and I still need functionality. So everything in this apartment worked. Another thing, there's a whole bunch of different control panels all over apartments in Japan. There are a lot of different, like the doors sometimes could be magnetic. The walls sometimes could be magnetic. On top of the refrigerators could be magnetic because there's a different, I think it's called Nitori, and Daiso is for like products. There's a specific place there. It's kind of like the IKEA of Japan. And there's a lot of different places that you can get things to purchase, like a refrigerator and things like that. But because your apartment is so tiny and so small and compact, you have to be able to maximize a lot of the space. So a lot of things have to be hung on walls. A lot of apartments, you put things underneath your table, and things of that nature. So I wanted a microwave on top of my refrigerator because in Japan, they have a lot of mini fridges in a lot of different apartments, and people place the microwave on top of the refrigerator, and then they place a coffee maker on top of the microwave. In one video, I saw somebody do that. So I wanted to place the microwave on top of the refrigerator. Now in The Sims, it's not possible, but what I did end up doing is placing it on a cupboard. I had move objects on. I raised up the cupboard, shrunk it down, pushed it in the wall, and then I placed the microwave, and it worked perfectly. My sim was able to use it. It just, after she got the food from the refrigerator, directly after I pressed it on the microwave, she said, well, you know, I can't get it, but you already got it. So I don't care. You already got it. Anyway, so girl, you're back. Anyway, let's take a tour of this apartment. So this is how the apartment looks. I did not complete the other side of the apartment. I'm just doing one apartment right now. So this is the area. Usually there's like a mailbox area outside. People usually put plants, but never a grill. But again, this is The Sims. I need stuff there. There's an umbrella rack. There's a coat rack. There's always something to put your jacket on. People put hooks up on the walls. I've never seen them use holes in the wall. Another thing that I noticed as well is I've never seen any other color apartment except white paint and beige or cream or off-white or like eggshell white. So I couldn't work with color, so I changed the lighting in the apartment. That's another thing I also noticed too. People add charm to their apartments, just a little bit of spice or a little bit of themselves all throughout their apartment. So maybe they can't add wallpaper. I did see one video where somebody added wallpaper, but at least the color in, you know, the lighting, maybe some string lights, not spring lights, but string lights would be nice, and some artwork. So I added a couple plants here, a couple plants there, tea here, tea there. So I hope you like my apartments or something in the apartment. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, I apologize if I pronounced any of the words incorrectly. I do have an accent and sometimes it interferes. So have a great one, you guys. Bye.